Good evening, Professor Cheverly, Claudia, Atul, and classmates. My name is Federico Rivas, and today I'll be presenting to you on creating shared value, the case of Grameen Bank. Founded in 1983, Grameen Bank provides microcredit loans to mostly women in Bangladesh. The bank has nearly 8.3 million borrowers in Bangladesh alone, 97% of whom are women. Grameen lends more than $100 million each month, or more than $1 billion per year. The borrowers own the bank as its shareholders, and the loan repayment rate has never dipped below 97%. It employs over 11,000 employees, and in 2006, Mohammed Yunus, in conjunction with the Grameen Bank, received the Nobel Peace Prize. The story of the birth of the Grameen Bank dates back in the times of Professor Yunus teaching in the University of Chittagong in Bangladesh. Dr. Yunus would daily venture into a nearby village called Jobra, hoping he might think of an innovative way of alleviating the poverty in that zone. Realizing that for centuries loan sharking had sunk people into debt and poverty, he saw the opportunity to remedy the situation. He compiled a list of 42 people living in this village who needed loans, totaling the equivalent of only $27, and he himself made loans from his own pocket to these people. And this gave birth to the Grameen Bank. We do just the opposite of the big banks, said Dr. Yunus. They go to the rich, we go to the poor. They go to men, we go to women. They go to people in the cities, we go to people in the villages. Dr. Yunus faced one of the poorest countries in the world, with over 40% of the population living under poverty level and extremely high density levels. But Dr. Yunus came up with a formula that would help alleviate poverty in huge areas of the country. It was a combination of peer pressure and responsible women in an entrepreneurial spirit that through microloans and vision would carry on the economic success of their households. How the system worked was that women would gather once a week to discuss about their economic projects, and through this peer mentoring, they would ensure that their entrepreneurial projects would be carried on responsibly and that their micro loan would be paid in a timely fashion. Because of this would grant future loans to other women, and because of their responsibility in their area. This yielded to profit and social benefit, and for the first time was poverty directly alleviated in many areas of the country where finance was just completely unavailable. So Mohammed Yunus and his bank were creating shared value at the roots of the organization, and this subsequently transformed into other ventures. Grameen Bank started with one single branch in 1976. By 2009, it had opened over 2,500 branches, with more than 83,000 villages covered and over 7 billion users served. Grameen Bank and Groupe Danone went into a joint venture to create a yogurt fortified with micronutrients to decrease malnutrition for the children of Bangladesh. The yogurt is produced with solar and biogas energy and is served in an environmentally friendly package. The objectives of this joint venture was to bring health through nutrition at a very affordable price for all Bangladesh children, to improve living conditions of the poorest of the community while involving them in all stages of the business model, to preserve non-renewable resources as much as possible, and to be profitable to ensure economic sustainability for the future. This yielded for local cluster development and continue to develop other projects in the region, as well as to inspire other practices in a similar way. Grameen also established a joint venture with BASF Chemical Company to create nets that will prevent families from acquiring malaria. In the year 2007 alone, 58,000 new cases of malaria developed in Bangladesh. This net, which contained insecticide Fendona, complied with the World Health Organization's requirement for a long-lasting insecticide impregnated net, providing safety and protection at a very low cost to many families. Grameen Bank is far from being perfect. Although the bank has facilitated credit to millions of users, it still faces problems due to bureaucratic regulations in Bangladesh, political contradiction, and international allegations of corruption for misuse of funds. Professor Yunus officially stepped down in 2011 as managing director of the bank, however, still manages the rest of the sister companies of the organization. The Grameen Bank has inspired others to redefine productivity in the market change, and has continuously been able to change lives across the world. I thank you very much for your attention and wish you a happy holidays.